halo from this shit, but it's whatever. It's too dark. No, it's too dark. Just leave it dark. No, that's the only brightness.
Perfect.
That works.
Alright, so I've never made this fried rice before.
Oh, I didn't know you started.
But I am trying it today. Sorry about the steam. One of the biggest tips that they had was to use cold rice. So they said prep the... I don't know where he went, and I have a feeling he's gonna scare me. They said prep the rice first, put it in the fridge, let it cool, and then use the cold rice. They said biggest tips are use cold rice, use butter, and use high heat. So I'm boiling the water for the rice now. I'm using whatever this is. Whatever that is. And at some point I'm going to prep garlic because it said to use minced garlic. And I bought this earlier. It's frozen peas and carrots. But I figured, because the only thing that they said to use frozen was peas, but I didn't want to buy fresh carrots. They're so expensive. And so I just bought them both frozen. And so I'm gonna leave them out maybe while the rice cools down, so that they might cook a little bit better. I don't know. I'm guessing here. You guys know as good as I do. So that's what I'm doing now. And once that's done, I'll come back and finish the rest of everything. I'm already back with an update because...
No warning.
First of all, I was supposed to be doing 2 cups of rice and only had 1.5 cups of rice. So... we're having 1.5 cups of rice. But whatever the fuck rice this bitch bought takes 20 minutes to cook.
It's not Uncle Ben's minute rice.
And I did not know that. So I have everything pretty much measured out. I have this stick of butter that I left out so that it would kind of thaw out a little bit and it wouldn't be rock solid. And then I have my 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I have my garlic, my fresh minced garlic here. I left my peas and carrots out so that they would thaw out just a little bit. And I have my rice in the refrigerator. It says to start out with half a tablespoon of butter on medium heat. Add the egg, cook it, and transfer it to a separate plate. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I moved you guys down a little bit because I figured it would be a little bit easier than picking everything up and trying to show you with the camera up there. Typically when I'm making eggs to just like eat straight, I put milk in it. But it didn't say to do that, and I guess that's fine since I'm mixing it in with the rice. So I'm not going to worry about that. It said half a tablespoon. I'm going to try to get it right in half there. Alright, and then I have my big skillet here. They recommended a cast iron, but we don't have one of those. We're good. We're Gucci. I guess I should probably grab a plate to put them on once they're done cooking. I just want everyone to know that being the great chef that I am, I just pulled an eggshell out of the pan. It's going good so far. 10 out of 10 so far. Like, one time, I set off the fire alarm because I wanted to make a caramel apple. And so we had little caramel balls, and I wanted to melt them in the microwave. And I put a couple in the microwave, and I put it on too high of heat for too long of time, and it burnt it to the bowl. And I looked up to see the microwave on fire, And I opened it real fast, pulled it out, you know, everything was fine. Nothing was like super like on fire or anything, but the fire alarm went off, and my poor little brother was taking a nap at the time. And he ran out of his room screaming about the fire, and ran outside to the mailbox, because that's where we were always taught to go when there was a fire. Like I was telling Sam earlier, and he said that, you know, this is something that might be good for somebody else to hear, is that, you know, I used to be super, I need to watch my weight. I need to watch what I'm eating. I need to eat only organic stuff, because otherwise I'm unhealthy, and that looks bad, and it's bad, and it makes me, you know, it makes me fat, or it makes me be unpopular, or not what everybody expects me to be, because I'm a young teenage girl and I need to be what everybody else expects. And I don't feel that way anymore. If you want to buy cookies and eat the entire bag in one sitting, that's probably not a great idea, because your stomach will hurt afterwards, but do it. The standards for how everyone should look are so ridiculous and are so over the top, and most of the time something that most people cannot achieve. You can diet, you can exercise, you can eat the most healthy stuff on the planet, and you might not be able to achieve what someone else can. And I was thinking about how much it would have meant to me if someone had stood here and said the same thing when I was going through that really awful period of time of my life, that I felt like I just needed to be someone that I couldn't be, and someone that I didn't even want to be. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be what everyone expects you to be. And the body standards that are put on kids today are insane. The body standards that are put on just people in general, not even only women. I mean, it's put on men too. These are body standards that are put on everyone. And it's just not logical, and it's just not reasonable. And I just feel like that's something that needs to be said, and something that, you know, people need to hear, and people need to think about and understand. And it's not said enough. You know, it's not talked about enough, especially in younger people. So I finally decided that I was going to suck it up, and I was going to talk about something that was a vulnerable topic for me, because I wish that somebody would have talked to me about it. I have been moving on with the cooking, and I got a little bit sentimental, and I apologize for that. But I put a tablespoon of butter in that same pan, and I put the peas and carrots in there, and now I'm putting the garlic in there. And this is supposed to saute for about 3 minutes on high heat. And then it says put a generous pinch of salt and pepper. So I don't know how much a generous pinch is. Probably more salt and pepper, I would think. Honestly, this bag was more carrots than it was peas, and I'm a little bit upset about it, not gonna lie, because I'm not the biggest fan of carrots. When I was younger, my mom would make homemade chicken noodle soup, and she would put carrots in it, and I would pick them out. And celery, too. Couldn't stand the carrots and the celery. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of gotten a little bit more accepting of them, but not very much. I'm still not a huge fan of them, and I was hoping that there would be more peas than carrots, but there's definitely more carrots than peas. I think that's enough. I mean, it said a generous pinch, but I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna hope that that's enough, because I don't want to over season it and over salt and pepper it. But I am gonna saute these for about 3 minutes, it says. Or I'm sorry, it says 5 minutes. Alright, so I want to just show what it looked like. Got the carrots, the peas, you know, all of the stuff. It looks really good. I'm really hoping that I got a lot of the recording because I just tried to record something and did not succeed in it. But I could have sworn on my soul that we ran the dishwasher, but I guess she decided that she didn't want to clean our dishes. It's too late. You said it too late. Can you change the lights, please? My eyeballs.
Which
Okay, so
one's mine?
either one is yours, but choose which soda you want. I was gonna make a Shirley Temples, but apparently we're out of Sprite.
Yeah, I do the orange vanilla.
Okay, that's great because I wanted the cherry.
Really?
Also, didn't you run the dishwasher?
What do you mean?
She didn't clean nothing. She a bitch.
Oh.
Ready?
Wait. Okay. Wait.
Made me drop some.
Okay. Wait, cheers. Oh my God. Wait.
I hope you burn your mouth. It's good.
The rice, if anything, is a little hard. But other than that, everything else is great.
I think it's because they had me do it while it was cold.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't either. But apparently, it's like, it won't get crispy and it'll get soggy. So I just followed the recipe. That's how I like my rice too. But I just followed the recipe as it said. If y'all don't like crispy rice, don't do it. Because it is it's a little bit stiff. Listen, you want to say hi? Hello. Oh, thank you.